We are in 2025, and while GTA 6 doesn't come out, we have to keep exploring GTA 5 here to know what's good for us to do. In today's video, I will be bringing you 13 things that you probably didn't know about GTA 5, or if you did, you will know another, but I'm sure you won't know all. So just like at the beginning of this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed and hit the bell button so you don't miss any new videos. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to bring to you here is that in this location on the map, it seems that the NPCs are glitched. I don't know if it's the road exactly or some specific little thing, but if you stand here for a while, you will see that some drivers passing by here drive in a strange way. I don't know what's going on, you know? What happens is they come and crash the car, or they make the turn and pass by almost hitting, like a really crazy thing to understand. But meanwhile, there are some NPCs who come and make the turn perfectly. Why does this happen? Well, I don't know. Important detail, this only happens in the PS4 version. It seems that on the PS5 it has been fixed. The second thing I'm going to show you is this. If you're using a one-handed weapon and you jump and press to punch, the character kind of throws himself to the ground. If you're using a one-handed weapon, you can hold to shoot and he will keep shooting even as he falls. It may not seem like a very interesting effect, but if you manage to use the super jump and low gravity cheat code, you'll see that you can keep shooting all over the place like a madman. It's a bit bizarre, just a strange curiosity for you guys. A third thing here is that in this location on the map, there is a gas pipeline that is not flammable, but it causes damage to your character, making him kind of glitchy, kind of strange there. And yes, in case you're wondering, this works perfectly in GTA Online, so you can bring some friends here and troll them. Like, call your friend over here and shoot at this pipeline to glitch his character, because if he falls under the gas, he will glitch in a way that he won't even be able to get up, and then you can shoot him, mess with him, or do whatever you want. Moving on to the next curiosity, if you come to Ammunition when you are wanted by the police, the NPC here at Ammunition won't defend you from the police, but he will defend himself when the cops start shooting, causing several of them to end up dead. So if you are out of ammo or really cornered, enter Ammunition and take cover behind the counter, as in 99% of the time you will have the help of this character. Next up here is the following, basically a very bizarre error or lack of development that works as follows. If you're driving with Franklin, he'll move his hand normally on the steering wheel, just like you're seeing. However, if you activate Franklin's special ability, his hand stops moving, only the steering wheel turns from side to side as if he started controlling the car with his mind, you know? Like the Autobots from Transformers. I don't know what happens, I don't know if it's a game bug or what, but it makes no sense at all, right? Activating Franklin's special ability and his arms stop moving and the steering wheel moves on its own. This is the kind of thing that almost no one notices, but once you do, it's almost impossible to forget. Coming up next, it's more like an opinion than a curiosity. There's something that a lot of people talk about, and most of them are outraged at Rockstar. In this case, the reason is that this building here in the middle of Los Santos was never finished in story mode or in GTA Online. It could have been finished in GTA Online since there are several new updates coming out, and I think there's a reason why it wasn't finished. This is one of the buildings in the game that you can access from the inside. Unlike the vast majority, if Rockstar finished this building, it wouldn't be as exciting because it would become a common building, like all the others that you can't access. If you think about the missions in GTA Online and story mode that take place in this under construction building, it wouldn't make sense for Rockstar to finish it, because if they did, you wouldn't have internal access anymore. So from my point of view, this building was never finished and never will be. Next curiosity is this. Everyone knows that when the character enters the water, the character's clothes get wet, right? This is a very cool detail that Rockstar added. What you may have never noticed is that regardless of the weather in the game, whether it's raining, hot, cold, snowing, it will take exactly 1 minute and 10 seconds for the character's clothes to dry. I'm not going to show exactly 1 minute and 10 seconds here because then everyone would leave the video, but test it out in your GTA 5 in all weather conditions. The drying time is the same. You must have noticed that in GTA 5 there are paramedics helicopters, but that doesn't make much sense. I find it very strange that there is no functionality for these vehicles. For example, even if you are in the middle of the mountain and try to call the emergency service, where the paramedics cannot reach by ambulance, they should go by helicopter, but they don't. It never happens that paramedics use this helicopter. I don't know why Rockstar decided to put a paramedic helicopter there with no use. At least I haven't seen this helicopter being used anywhere in the game. I believe that this helicopter would be part of some function that was removed in the beta, maybe removing NPCs in remote locations, or would be used in some specific mission. A very important detail that Rockstar added here in the game that, man, for me makes a big difference. It didn't have this mechanic in the other GTA games, at least not exactly the way it is here. If you drive through the water with your car, the car actually won't break down just because it went through the water. In fact, it doesn't break down, but if you dive only the part of the engine into the water, that is, when the water enters the engine and covers it completely, the car stops working. So, man, I think this is a very realistic detail that Rockstar added and made the game much more realistic. What they didn't think about is that there is a glitch that we can change characters and come back, and then the car is repaired and functional. So if you made the mistake of drowning your car in the water, just change characters and come back and your car will start working again. Moving on to the next one, there is a very bizarre thing that I thought was just a curiosity, but in fact I think it's some game function to save hardware that works like this. Here at Ursula's house, there is a lighthouse in front of the house. What you probably didn't notice is the following. That lighthouse that keeps spinning, spinning and spinning only spins as long as you are actually looking at it. Check this out. If you are looking at it, it spins. If you slightly move the camera to the side to a point where you are not directly looking at the lighthouse, you will see that the light freezes and stays in one place. I think this is a mechanism from Rockstar to not load everything at the same time in the game. The same thing happens with the smoke curtains. I think that's not the correct name, but if you're not looking directly at it, it stops working. If you're looking at it, smoke starts coming out again. I think this was a way for Rockstar to make GTA 5 lighter, and there are a lot of things in the game that have this kind of mechanism. Now guys, you must have noticed that there is a little pollution in the city of Los Santos, and how can you see that? If you look at the sky while in Los Santos, you will see it darker with fewer stars, and some days you may not see stars at all. If you then go to the rural area of the game, like Sandy Shores, you will see a much clearer sky with many more stars. I think this is a really cool detail that Rockstar added to the game, considering it's a game from 2013, right? So this detail here, I'm sure almost no one noticed, because almost no one will stop and stare at the sky to check the difference in stars and so on. It's the kind of detail that isn't necessary, but at the same time, when you notice it, it makes a big difference, and with that, the expectations for GTA 6 just keep rising. Next item on the list is this. You must have seen at the beginning of the game that mission where Tracy is dancing on top of the yacht and all that. Another thing you may have noticed is that the yacht is not available for us in story mode for free use, and well, that's what you think. If you want, you can actually unlock this yacht to use it in story mode, so let me show you how to spawn this yacht in free mode outside of missions. Well, the first thing you have to do is this. Come to the pier in Los Santos, which I think everyone knows where it is, right? Maybe I don't even need to show the location since there's only one pier in Los Santos. When you get to the pier in Los Santos, try not to attract the attention of the police or anything like that. Just come calmly and you will stop right here where we basically see the yacht for the first time in the mission, Daddy's Little Girl. After you arrive here, you will go to the game menu and select to replay the mission, Daddy's Little Girl. When you start the mission, you will follow the mission script normally. You will beat Jimmy in the bike race and everything, but before you jump into the sea to swim to the yacht, you will throw a grenade on the ground or shoot with an RPG so that Michael dies in that location. When this happens, the mission will fail and it will open the menu where it will ask if you want to try again or leave the mission. At that moment, you will press to exit the mission and then you will reload exactly in the same place where you were before starting the mission. When the game reloads the last save game, you just need to look in the direction where the yacht was in the mission and you will see that the yacht will now be there in the same place, even being outside of missions. And that is something very cool because now you can go there with any protagonist. The yacht will be loaded on the map during this game session. If you exit the game or reload the save game, it will disappear, but if you want to see it again, just do the glitch again, which is very simple. I believe that this yacht could have been made available to us in the story mode of GTA 5 even if Rockstar had released it as part of a DLC or something like that, or in random events or side missions. Instead, the yacht was only made available in GTA Online. Just to make it clear, the yacht in story mode does not have the same interior as the one in GTA Online, so if you come here with another protagonist, you will see that it is only accessible from the outside. The interiors do not exist. 17. And now moving on to the next curiosity, have you ever tried to ride up the mountain on a bike and ended up getting frustrated? Just like I've been frustrated many times trying to climb some parts that bikes just can't handle. What you may have never noticed is that if you turn the bike upside down and ride up with the character's legs as if he were reversing the bike, you can climb anywhere. It's funny because it's as if the character's legs are much stronger than the bike engine, which makes no sense at all. I don't know why this kind of mechanic exists in the game, but it's definitely a mistake. I don't think the developers did this intentionally. 18. And to close with a bang, did you know that there is a way to make characters have a heart attack in GTA 5? That's right, GTA 5 just keeps on surprising. By clicking here next to the yellow arrow, you will see this video that is sensational and with other things that you still don't know about GTA 5 even in 2025. That's it guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until the next video then, take care and see you.